What's up guys, the Lazy Gold Maker here, back with another video, and today I'm going to show you exactly how I'm making gold these days. So yeah, let's jump in. So the huge demand from rank 7 legendaries is slowly petering out, so let's look at what I'm doing right now. Obviously, this is the first thing. My setup, I'm on multiple different realms. I believe there's 12 on this list, and then I'm on one German and one French. So I'm active on 14 different realms. That's a pretty significant number, but I'm not making equal amounts of gold or putting in equal effort into all of them. I have two realms, Draenor and Sylvanas, where I'm doing Shadowlands crafting. So here I focus on legendaries and Crafter's Mark gear primarily. Those are the two main Shadowlands markets that I bother with. I don't really do consumables or anything else, so that's what I do on those two realms. I have two realms where I'm doing old world material flipping only. That's Ravencrest and Twisting Nether. Where's Twisting Nether? And then on the rest, I sell mostly battle pets with like some transmog thrown in, some Island Expedition gear, some crafted transmog, some stuff thrown in. So that's the overall setup. Now we're going to break this down based on what I do every day, or how often I do certain things. So every day, the main thing I do every day is that I log on to Draenor and Sylvanas like this, and I make sure that I repost every expired auction. Shadowlands items have the highest sale rate out of anything I sell, and if they're not available for sale on the auction house, then I'm gonna make 0 silch golds. This is the #1 priority every day. Log into my bankers on these two realms, collect everything that has expired, and repost it. And that's actually the only thing I try to make sure I do every day. That's it. Because I'm lazy. I'm the lazy gold maker. I could obviously do more every day, but that's what I do every day. Now, then you have the things that I do 2 to 4 times a week, roughly, which means every other day on average. Which is something I do when I have the time. Some weeks I'll maybe even just do this once. And something I definitely could do every day if I wanted to, but I don't have that time. And what I do in this category is that I restock my legendaries on the realms where I'm doing legendaries. And I repost my auctions across all of my other 12 realms. This takes roughly between 30 and 40 minutes. So that's what I do every 2 to 4 days, at least a couple of times a week. Then, if we go on to stuff I do roughly weekly, that's restocking the Crafter's Mark gear and the legendaries. I'll log into onto my crafters, make sure I fill the crafting queue, and then I'll do a crafting session. So for Crafter's Mark gear, this is relatively time consuming to craft because you have to go play around with all the optional reagents and adding the right missives. At least that's what I'm doing currently to get a very healthy profit margin. And you don't want to do too small batches of Crafter's Mark gear in particular. You want to do larger batches because you can't use crafting operations effectively with those items. That's why I only do it once a week per realm. If you repost a lot more than I'm doing, you might want to do this more often. But that's what I do every week. And then the last group of actions I do, which is something I'll do like once every month, every 2 months, every 3 months, depends a little bit how long I let the time elapse. And that's to restock on my flipping realms. That means buying battle pets. So once every 2 to 3 months, I'll go on a shopping spree on my flipping realms. Like I'll buy some old world materials on Ravencrest and Twisting Nether, or I'll purchase battle pets across a couple. I'll pick like 4 random realms where I feel like I want to spend some gold, and I'll buy some battle pets and probably like dump $1 million, $1.5 million, 2 million gold into battle pets over like 20 minutes. And then that's gonna keep me stocked for, keep me topped off for another 2 to 3, 4, 5 months. So that's pretty much what I do. That's the whole gist of it. Now I've had videos on some of these markets, Crafter's Mark gear in particular, which is my #1 suggestion if you want to get into gold making right now. It is the best by a pretty significant margin. I wouldn't suggest getting into legendaries, just stay away. It's probably too expensive. I don't think leveling the recipes is worth it unless you already have them maxed. So that's what I do. And this is what I do, and I have a pretty clear priority. I know what I want to get done, and that's important to know what you want to get done. So you don't get bogged down. I know that every day I want to repost my auctions on the fastest selling auctions I have to make sure that I can get sales. And then I'll I'll do the next set of things, which is to restock the make sure that more of my cosmetic auctions are posted, so I can actually get sales on those. And the next priority is to make sure that I have more of the fastest selling items available for sale, so restocking those. And then lastly, the lowest priority is to make sure that my slow selling items are in stock, which means buying more battle pets and old world materials. So that's it. Hopefully you learned something useful. And maybe you can adapt this to what you're doing in your markets. Figure out what things you want to do every day, what things you don't want to do every day. That way, you don't have to beat yourself up mentally if you're not doing everything perfectly. No one is. So just do whatever you can, whatever works within your schedule, and hopefully you'll make some gold. Thanks for watching.